morning, Chuck. What's all this?
Some more entries in that beauty contest Uncle Bob's judging.
My, what attractive girls.
Now, I'll say. Hey, you know, Mom, I've been thinking.
Hmm?
Instead of going to medical school, maybe I'll become a photographer like Uncle Bob.
What?
Well, you never hear of a doctor judging a beauty contest.
Well, there's lots more to being a photographer than judging beauty contests. Your Uncle Bob had to put in years of hard study.
Yeah, but dig this crazy homework.
Oh, morning, Margaret. Morning, Chuck.
Good morning, Bob.
How's everything?
Uncle Bob, is it hard work to take pictures like these?
Hard work? Chuck, my boy, it's a shame to take the money. Margaret, I said hello when I came in.
Uncle Bob, if you had your choice, would you rather be a doctor?
You see, a doctor? Chuck, who cares what's going on the inside when the outside looks so great? I spoke to him when I came in, too, Margaret.
Bob, Chuck seems to feel that photography is just all pleasure, but you had to put in long years of study, didn't you?
Yeah, but dig this crazy homework.
I might as well tell you, comedian, you're discouraging your nephew from becoming a doctor.
Oh, Chuck, you mustn't pay any attention to me. I was just joking, boy, just joking. No, there's no greater profession on earth than that of medicine.
Yeah, but doctors don't judge beauty contests.
Chuck, after a while, the beauty contests lose their kick. Every week they pick a new Miss something or other. Miss Telephone Operator, Miss Orange Juice.
For instance, this week, the secretaries are competing for the title of Miss Coffee Break. Now, look, they've sent me hundreds and hundreds of photographs like this. Now, what do I have to do? I have to sit there and wade through and... Wade?
Keep waiting. The undertow's getting you.
Hmm? Oh, yeah. She's right. She's right. This is a very dull profession, this photography, Chuck. Very dull.
Oh, that must be the Mr. Henley that said he was going to stop by, and I forgot to tell
Oh,
you.
yeah, Charlie
I'm
Henley.
sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's the other judge in the contest. I'll go get him.
Oh, well, you know, wait. Finish your breakfast. Chuck can get it. Can't you do it?
Oh, thanks, Chuck.
Is he a photographer, too?
No, Margaret. He's with the Chamber of Commerce. Mm. And wait till you meet him.
Why?
He's getting such a kick out of being a judge. All you have to do is mention the contest, and he goes, yeah. What do you see? Oh, Margaret, look. Stand up for a minute.
Hmm? Charlie Henley must be single.
Well, good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Judge.
How are you? I'd like you to meet my sister, Margaret McDonald. Margaret, this is Charlie Henley, the pride of the Chamber of Commerce.
How do you do, Miss McDonald?
How do you do? Only it's Mrs. McDonald.
Oh.
Yo, Margaret's a widow.
Oh.
Won't you please sit down?
Yeah. Oh, Margaret, right here. You sit right there.
Well, Mr. Henley, how do you like judging this beauty contest to pick Miss Coffee Break?
See what I mean?
What's that?
Nothing, Charlie.
Too bad you're not a secretary. You'd get my vote.
Thank you.
Oh, say, I don't want to keep you from your breakfast. You better go back to your orange juice.
Oh, we finished.
You did have orange juice?
Oh, gallons of it.
Fine.
Fine Florida orange juice.
We don't use profanity in front of your sister.
Well, oh, Margaret, would you phone the studio and tell Schultze we're on our way?
Sure. By the way, has she entered the contest?
Schultze? Margaret, I doubt if she's even got a picture of herself.
Critic. Lovely girl. Yes?
Excuse me, honey. I'm secretary to Mr. Crawford upstairs, and I ran smack dab out of paper clips and thought I'd come down here to see if y'all could lend me some.
He isn't here.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, you don't know that Mr. Collins is judging the contest to choose Miss Coffee Break?
He is.
Well, he sure enough is. Look, Scarlett, you enter the contest by sending in your photograph. Yours is already in.
But how can Mr. Collins tell anything about my personality from just a little old photograph?
Well, I'll wiggle it when I show it to him. And shame on you for trying to influence a judge. You're a disgrace to our sex.
Our sex? Do you belong?
Some chitlin' brain.
I'll wait for him out in the hall.
Well, it won't do you any good because he's wise to you. He won't even come out the front way. You won't get in 10 feet of him. Do I belong? Well, your dues may be in arrears, but you belong.
Well, that's interesting. Interesting. I was stationed in a little town called Gaffney, South... Oh, hello, Schultze. Have you met Miss Culpepper?
Well, not head on like you.
I'll write my phone number down in case you want to call me and tell me I'm going to be in the finals. I will be, won't I?
Yeah, well, I'll certainly see that you get a fair shake. Although the one you're using now isn't bad. Oh, yes, thanks. Miss Culpepper, I guess I should warn you that influencing a judge is unethical.
It is not only unethical, it is also unsportsmanlike, unladylike, un-American, and it's snowing.
Y'all remember me anyway, yes, sir?
Certainly will, yes.
Bye now.
Bye.
Boss, ever since this contest began, those secretaries have been ambushing you. Why don't you come up the back way?
What do you think I am, a coward?
Forgive me. Here, wipe off the red badge of courage.
What?
Boss!
Yes?
Crestview 5, 4124.
I was just going to call her up tonight and finish bawling her out. 2-4. And don't be so smart.
Bobby? The rules... Shaved a little deep this morning, didn't you?
Yeah, a friend of mine went south.
As I started to say, the Rules Committee have announced a new grand prize.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. The fortunate little girl that we'll select as Miss Coffee Break will have as her escort for one solid week one of the most famous movie stars in Hollywood.
Hey, that's a great idea.
Mm-hmm. He'll take her motoring, dining, dancing.
Wonderful. Who is it?
Hang on to something, my boy. Robert Cummings.
Robert Cummings?
Robert Cummings!
Robert Cummings.
Robert Cummings!
That's the way the girls feel about Robert Cummings. By George, my boy, you know you look a little like...
Charlie, when you say that, smile.
Are you kidding? Why, he's charming. He's handsome. What have you got against him?
I'll tell you what I've got against him. A couple of weeks ago, this guy comes in here to get his picture taken. Oh, he was charming, all right. You don't think that we look alike, hmm? Oh, there's a resemblance between the way you look now and the way I looked 10 years ago. Even then, though, I didn't have your physique. Did you take special exercises to build up that chest? No, just breathing. Say, I'm making a picture with Betty Grable. I don't suppose you'd be interested in... No, you're too busy. What is it? Well, may I say... Go ahead. Would you like to play a part in the scene with Betty Grable? Well, I could certainly be persuaded. Just a moment, I'll show you some of my stills. They're unretouched, but you'll get the idea. Be back shortly. Of Cummings with the dark, wavy hair. Just like... Hello, Betty? Yeah. Say, I found a double. Uh-huh. Not bad. He's a little short and needs lifts. And he's got a crew cut to make himself look younger. But we can find him a toupee. Uh-huh. So now we can tell Zanuck and Nunnally Johnson we can go ahead and shoot that scene. That's right. The one where you push me off the roof. Yeah, into the cactus bed. Bye. Oh, and give my regards to Harry.
Cactus bed?
Yeah. Still picking them out of me.
Oh, my boy, we mustn't let personal feelings enter into the matter. Think of the fortunate little girl who will spend a glorious week of dates with Robert Cummings.
Fortunate? Let me...
this where a secretary goes to influence the judges? Now, a secretary should be judged on the basis of personality and efficiency. Personality. Charleston. Will be a stenographer.
This is ridiculous.
And
Stop it.
Efficiency, pardon me, sir. Efficiency. One hand. The hard way. No hand.
Schultze, I warned you.
Hold it, my boy. Don't blame her. That's what the mere mention of Robert Cummings does to all females, you know. Well, I'm off. See you tomorrow when we pick the fortunate little winner. Yeah.
Hey. I know just who that fortunate little winner is going to be, too.
Who, boss?
The homeliest secretary in the city of Los Angeles, that's who.
What? For a week of dates with Robert Cummings?
Exactly. I've been trying to figure out for a long time a way to get even with this overaged Freddie Bartholomew. Let's see, who can I get?
Pretty homely, huh, boss?
Maybe if I... Schultze, I wouldn't wish Robert Cummings even on a sweet girl like you.
Sweet me? Well, I kick dogs and little children.
Schultze, the secretary, that female icicle I interviewed, Pamela
Livingston?
Pamela Livingston.
Oh, boss, she wouldn't enter this contest. I mean, she knows she hasn't got sex appeal.
Right. And a week with her is exactly what Cactus Cummings deserves.
Mr. Collins?
Pamela Livingston, how nice to see you. Let me look at you. Say, you know something? You haven't changed a bit.
Isn't that rather a nasty way to open the conversation?
Oh, Pamela. Sit right over here. Oh, no, you have the wrong attitude toward yourself, Pamela. To me, you're a very attractive woman.
I?
Yeah, very attractive, yes. Haven't changed a bit. Pamela, what do you say you and I go someplace where we can be alone and talk, hmm?
I can spare you just 30 minutes.
Yeah, well, that'll be plenty. Someplace close, right here in the neighborhood.
My favorite bar is just around the corner.
Your favorite bar?
Yes, we can chat over a cocktail.
Well, something tells me this is going to be a very successful chat.
To your liver.
What? Oh, yeah, to yours, too.
Like me to hit that with a little wheat germ?
You know how that goes to my head? Joe used to be a regular bartender before he became converted.
Oh, I saw the light. Come on, Pamela, let's live a little, huh?
Oh, that's enough. Now, Mr. Collins, what is it you wanted to discuss with me? Yes, Mr. Collins?
Pamela, ever since that first day when you first came to my office, the memory of you has haunted me.
Mr. Collins, I'm hardly the type of girl who haunts a man.
Pamela, you're wrong. You're wrong. You were made for haunting.
Thank you.
Don't you realize that there's a certain excitement about you?
Precisely what is it that excites you?
Yeah. Well, it's your, je ne sais quoi.
Translated, that means I don't know what.
It does? Yeah, well, that's what excites me about you. You're I don't know what.
Mr. Collins, may I venture a guess?
Go ahead.
You are a meat eater.
Well, whenever I can get it, yes.
Overstimulated.
Yes, well, I have noticed.
Mr. Collins, don't you realize that so long as man persists in eating the flesh of animals, that he himself will remain like an animal, subject to the passions and predatory instincts of the animal? It's only through vegetarianism that the mind can rise above the body, and man can achieve his true and noble destiny.
Well,
Now, that calls for one in the house.
Well, not for me, thanks. I'm driving.
Joe,
Yes.
what's our friend drinking?
Straight watercress. Trouble at home.
What's the matter? Did his wife come home with hamburger on her breath?
He's full of jokes, isn't he?
He's not one of us.
I knew.
Where were we?
I was saying that you flesh eaters are overstimulated.
Oh, yes, you're right. I must admit I am. But it's not because of the flesh I eat. It's because of the nearness of you. Pamela, don't fight it.
Mr. Collins, is that you speaking, or the wheat germ?
Honey, is this meat eater giving you trouble?
Oh, go pick at a butcher shop.
Cannibal.
Pamela, let me prove to you how really attractive you are. Enter the Miss Coffee Break contest.
Me?
I can almost guarantee you win.
Just a moment. Aren't you one of the judges?
Well, naturally, that's how I can guarantee it. I saw the other girls.
Aren't they pretty?
Yes, in an obvious sort of way. But you see, yours is a delicate, subtle, hidden beauty. You've grown like a carrot. You see?
Yes.
I mean, the best part of you is beneath the surface.
Do you really think I could win?
I'm almost positive.
It would be a blow for the cause, wouldn't it?
The cause? Oh, yes. Yeah, well, thousands of girls would become vegetarians overnight. Yes. And remember the grand prize, a week of dates with Robert Cummings.
The actor? The movie star?
No to the first question, yes to the second.
Do you suppose he'd bring me here on our dates?
Well, you could insist on it, and I'd insist that you do.
What a triumph for the vegetarian.
Oh, absolutely.
I would be living proof that only the mind is important. The body is nothing.
Well, if there's anybody who can prove that, you can.
I accept.
Pamela, you're wonderful. You should excuse the expression, meet tomorrow.
Pamela Livingston? Isn't that the girl you refused to hire because you said her face would stop a clock?
Yeah, that's right. For a whole week, Cummings won't know what time it is.
You're doing this to spite him.
Look, Margaret, forget Cummings. Beautiful girls are always winning contests. I think it's about time that a plain, efficient, intelligent, deserving girl got a little reward.
I smell a rat.
I said forget Cummings.
But, Uncle Bob, Mr. Henley will never vote for her.
No, especially not if he sees her in a bathing suit.
Well, there'll be no bathing suits. I've got a course plotted for that. That'll be Chuckling Charlie now.
Well, this is it, Bobby boy.
Yep.
Those little dollies are waiting for us in their bathing suits.
You know, in their bathing suits. Oh, Charlie, this will need a whole change of plan. Bathing suits? You mean that you expect these lovely young ladies to parade in front of a couple of men with their limbs exposed?
I certainly do.
Oh, Charlie, you mean that's the kind of publicity you want for your fair city?
Well, what's wrong with it? Look what the bathing beauties did for Miami.
Oh, fine. And you want us to sink to that level? Hollywood, the sweet, pure sunshine capital of the world?
Well,
Charlie, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Shocked. If only I could keep this from Margaret.
Margaret?
Oh, I was so happy when she told me how she felt about you. But now, Charlie, now I don't...
Good morning, Mr. Henley.
Oh, hello, Margaret. Mrs. McDonald, you wouldn't think any less of me if I was to judge a bathing beauty contest looking at girls in their bathing suits.
Well, of course not. I don't see how else you could judge it. Hello, Bob. I spoke to you this morning.
I know.
Well, I'm so relieved. Your brother didn't seem to think you might approve.
Well, that's ridiculous. I'm not a prude. Him? I spoke to him, too.
Yeah, I'm well aware of it.
Well, I'm off to the optometrist to pick up my new glasses. The better to see the little girlies in their bathing suits. Goodbye, Margaret.
Goodbye, Mr. Henley. Charlie.
That's it. Goodbye, Bobby boy.
Oh, go to Florida. Thanks, Margaret. Thank you very, very much for your kind cooperation in the past few minutes.
Well, maybe I saved you from making a big mistake. You know, there's an old saying, things done in spite never turn out right.
Well, I've got another one. I don't give up until the finish, and Cummings will wind up drinking spinach. That's about straight now, I think.
You know, Bob, this is the most original idea for a crown I've ever seen.
Yeah, isn't it? Isn't it wonderful?
Now, listen, when we crown the winner, you take her picture and then rush it right down to the newspapers.
Don't you worry, Charlie. I'll do it.
George, this is going to be good publicity for Los Angeles.
The finalists are ready.
Oh, and so are the judges.
Thanks, Schulte.
Gad, what's that?
Well, I just have this here more or less as a guide for us. It's an exquisite example of the new standard of perfection in the female form, Charlie. It's called the modern Venus, you see.
The other one didn't have any arms. This one hasn't got anything.
Yeah. Well, this is the new flat look.
Norma Jean Hagelin. Bust 36, waist 22, hips 35.
Not bad, eh?
Charlie, they get better.
Dawn Gearhart. 38, 23, 37.
I vote for her.
Charlie, you're overstimulated. She has a very long face.
Face? George, I didn't notice.
Mary Lou Culpepper. 37,
38.
23, 36.
35.
She's the winner.
Charlie, you've been eating meat. She has a gigantic nose.
Gigantic nose? Again, I'll have to take your word for it.
Pamela Livingston.
Oop.
$25, 25.
Well, that's it. The modern Venus come to life. She's the winner. Congratulations.
Are you out of your mind? Come back, Miss Culpepper.
Charlie, listen, I'm a judge of feminine beauty. I have a trained eye.
Too bad you didn't bring it with you.
Well, I vote for Livingston. I vote for Culpepper. And Charlie, you can vote for whom you wish.
We have the chamber to
I'm not going to defile this contest.
Bob
by
Collins,
going against
photography.
Hello, this is Robert Cummings. Is Mr. Collins in? Hello? Hello? Hello?
That's by going against this statute.
You know that?
I know, but who is it, Schulte?
Robert Cummings.
Hello, Mr. Cummings. Collins speaking. Say, Bob, the studio just informed me that I have to leave for location today. Today? You do? Yes, and now, if I pay all expenses, would you take my place for that week of dates with Miss Coffeebreak? Mr. Cummings, I don't believe I can do that. Oh, come on, Bob. The girls will love it. You know you're better looking than I am. Oh, that's ridiculous, sir. It certainly is. How about it, Bob? Well, it'll mean a little change in plans, but okay, I'll do it.
Bob, may I talk to Mr. Cummings?
Oh, certainly, yes. Here, Charlie.
Mr. Cummings, this is Henley.
Oh, hello, Charlie. How are you?
Well, not so good. Well, Collins and I are deadlocked on the winner. Could you come over and cast the deciding vote?
Well, that won't be necessary, Charlie. Collins is an expert on women. I'll just cast my vote with his.
Oh. Ooh, but Mr. Cummings.
Sorry, Charlie. They need me on the set. Bye.
You're going to escort the winner?
Yeah, well, yes, Miss Livingston, but with the vote deadlocked as it is, I'll probably
The
have to
voting isn't deadlocked any longer. Mr. Cummings cast his vote with yours.
You see what do you mean? Cummings cast...
Miss Livingston, you're the winner.
Wait a minute.
Mr. Collins, how wonderful. We'll spend a glorious vegetarian week together.
I hope you two will be very healthy. Come, Miss Culpepper. I'm not without influence in Long Beach.
Oh, well. Things done in spite never turn out right.
of Pamela Livingston was played by Nancy Culp. Charlie Henley by Hal Perry, Mary Lou Culpepper by Havis Davenport, and the health juice bartender by Benny Rubin. This is Bill Baldwin speaking.